Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Now, I meant to make this video like a week ago, but I got kind of busy. So here it is now. And as you can see, all of my peppers have grown like crazy amounts, right? So we need to transplant them into some bigger containers because if you can see, these are really root bound. This one you can really tell. Hopefully you can see that on camera, but there's just like tons and tons of roots all throughout the bottom there. So I have some of these cups right here. Now I could take these and just move them straight into bigger pots, but I want to move them into these cups so they can grow a little bit more, as well as I'm going to be using this to, what's the term? When you're adjusting them to like the outside. So anyways, we're going to move these into these cups. So I'll do one. Just kind of show you guys what I'm doing, and then I'll do the rest off camera and we'll come back. So I'll move these guys all out of here. Alright, so right here we have our Carolina Reaper. He looks really weird. All of his leaves are extremely bumpy and like none of them have really grown uniform at all. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's alright. So we're going to use the double cup method. I've already gone ahead and poked holes in the bottom of these cups here. And we're just going to take our soil and fill it up just a little bit. There we go. A little more. Alright, so we've got it a little over halfway full. We're actually going to take our cup without the holes in it and put it in there just so we don't get soil all over my table. And then we're going to take this guy. He's not too wet, which is good. And I'm just going to kind of squeeze the sides of the cup a little bit just to loosen up the dirt, to make them easier to get out. Tip it over. And we're actually just going to take this entire root ball just like this. Oh, a little delicate there. And we're going to plop it right into the cup like that. I'm going to make sure he's straight up and down, at least as much as I can. There we go. Really make sure all this soil is, we don't want to like compact, but you want to make sure there's no large air pockets, because when you fill it up with water, those air pockets will kind of dissolve and then your soil is going to like sink like crazy if you have a bunch of those, and then you're going to need to add more soil. So we're just going to make sure that we have nothing like that right now. And then we're going to add a little bit more soil around the base just to keep them steady. There we go. Just like that. I'll add just a little bit more because we probably will have a little bit of soil sinkage. Perfect. Alright, so now he's in his brand new cup. He's got a lot more room to grow than in this little cup. And we're going to move on, and we're going to be doing some of these. I'll do these off camera just to like not take up a ton of time. But when you do have multiple plants in a cup like this, you want to be extremely careful when separating the roots. Because if you damage too many of the roots, the plant's going to die. So when you're separating them, I really like to just kind of run them under water because that'll kind of remove a lot of the soil and it'll make it a lot easier to separate the plants. Another method you could do is just take the root ball and just gently massage it in your fingers to get all that soil released, which will make it easier to remove. Alright, so now that we've got all these peppers in their own individual containers, we're pretty much all done here. Now, as you can tell, a lot of these are still in the small containers, but these ones are all going to be actually transferred into a hydroponic setup in a couple of days here. So be looking out for that video. But these guys, basically what I'm going to do is I'll let them grow in here for probably 1 to 2 weeks, and then I'm going to transplant them into bigger pots outside. But in that 1 to 2 weeks, I'm actually going to slowly acclimate them to the outdoors. And basically the way you do that is you kind of slowly introduce them. So the first day, you maybe put them out there for 15 minutes outside, right? And then the second day, maybe a half hour. Then the third day, maybe a whole entire hour. And you basically slowly increase the time over approximately like a week, 1 to 2 weeks. And basically what that does is it prevents them from being super shocked when they get put outside. Because obviously indoors is a completely different climate from outdoors, right? Indoors stays a relatively constant temperature, whereas outdoors you can have very large temperature swings. It can be vastly different temperatures. So if you were just to take these and plant them straight outside, most of them would probably die from shock. So you want to do it just a very slow, delicate process. So anyways, be on a lookout for a video where I'm doing these at a hydroponics in a couple of days. And then these guys, I'll probably post another video in probably 1 to 2 weeks where they are outside in large pots. So thank you guys all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, a thumbs up. I guess that's the same thing. But anyways, please subscribe, and I will see you next time.